Hi lovelies, this is Cherie from Divine Visions. Thank you for joining me for this Sunday Spirit session. I'm now looking at the case of Libby German and Abby Williams from Delphi, Indiana, who were found deceased at the Monon, I think you call it Monon High Trail, which is a very secluded spot in Indiana, and it's a high bridge trail, and they were found deceased there. 2 years ago, February the 14th, 2017, and these young girls, who are just beautiful young girls, were found brutally murdered, and nobody's ever found the suspect. There's been a lot of speculation, heaps of speculation on the internet. I haven't even gone into the recent stuff from the last year. When this first came out, I was really into it. I was really wanting to find out who did this and try and tune into it, etc., and was part of a group, and it just got overwhelming, and I don't even know. All I know now is it's something about, because they did what do they call it, a confit or something. It's a composite drawing or something. I can't even remember what you say for it, but they did a portrait anyway of the suspect. And what's happened is it turned out to look like some older guy, because Libby, on her phone, she'd taken a video, and it must have gone up to downloaded to Snapchat, of this man who is the suspect, obviously, in the case, because he's the only one seen on this really secluded trail. And he looks like he may be in disguise, but it's really hard to tell. He has what may be a little bit of a limp in his walk, or it could be that he's trying to walk around this bridge that's really old and a bit dangerous because it's got holes in it and stuff. Maybe that he's got something shoved down his jeans. We don't know exactly what's going on with that as yet. That's the recent footage that's been given to the public, basically, from the Delphi police. And what's basically happening is that now they've come out with a new portrait saying that, scratch the first one of the older looking gentleman in the cap, but now let's look at a younger guy. So I've just really been confused, as a lot of people have, and I backed right off from it. I thought, this is getting ridiculous. It's confusing. I don't want to even get into what people are going on about on the threads and on the groups. It's just something I don't want to get into and be influenced by. So I don't really know anything about any new updates or anything that's happened perhaps over the last few months now. Even in the last year, I didn't go on the groups. So all I know is that there's a new portrait, and that they have released a little bit of the footage from the Snapchat video, and I think it was a little bit of the audio, so they just added one more word on the audio, because the guy is recorded by Libby saying down the hill, and now the police, or the law enforcement officers over there, have released a little bit more of the audio where he says, guys, down the hill. It doesn't really tell us much, but anyway. What I've done is I've done a meditation. I have no idea if they're going to come through. I do feel my spirit team very strongly with me right now. And I've called in for Libby and Abby, if not them themselves coming through, which I can understand. If they don't come through, I want at least to have their spirit advocates or their spirit guides to come through and perhaps help us to get some truth and closure and justice happening. The truth has to come out now. It's getting ridiculous. This guy has literally gotten away with murder, and I don't believe this is the first time he's killed. I really believe there's been other killings. Now, as I was doing a meditation a few minutes ago before recording this, I had the most beautiful image of this wild horse. It was a wild horse. It's brown and white. It had the most beautiful flowing mane. I saw it on a side-on kind of picture, and I'm not sure of the relevance of that or significance to Libby or Abby. I feel like perhaps one of them was really into horses, and if that's not the case, then maybe it's a sign or a symbol that the man, in question, It could be something to do with him as well. Maybe he works at a horse ranch, or he could be a horse trainer or whatever. Or he could be somebody, if the girls were into horse riding or whatever it is, he could be linked to that. So I'm just going to keep my eyes open and my mind open on that one as we go along. I want to really kind of find out what that has to do with anything. So I just found it quite interesting that it was a beautiful wild horse coming through here, which can represent the journey, can represent freedom as well. Yeah, so let's have a look. I'm sounding a little bit puffed out. I think I get a bit like this when I'm starting up the sessions. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm just so passionate. I want to get it out there. I want to get this happening. And maybe I'm also picking up on their energy. Like,
Bluetooth connected.
Sometimes they can be really, have so much anticipation before being able to speak their truth and come through, that like excited, you know. So I feel like sometimes I do tune into and channel those spirits as well.
Instrumental transcommunication application.
Abigail Williams, Liberty German, please.
Is your request? Sir.
Hello? Can you please help me today?
Please. Believe it. Don't believe it.
It's about the hope.
Can you please bring them through?
It's all of it. As
Why am I seeing a gold coin? A big gold coin. Like a memorial coin. Or an Anzac. Oh, it's a medal. Has this guy served in the war or something? Has he gone into the army or something, has he? Military.
belong with the same lady.
What can you tell me about Libby and Abby's case, please?
Alive.
We'll have to invest in order to do. And down again. String.
What can you tell me about the suspect that's on the bridge?
He's rich. But he sent.
How many people are here helping me, please?
I'm going in with you.
It makes no difference whether you or not. Destroy. There are. Give the signal to. Well, in heaven's name.
We gotta.
Other peace.
Ufficially.
And how it's got. And how it's.
And rock. For a depth for your people.
Down the road.
There's the enemy.
Hi, Colonel.
Is he in the military? Or was he?
Are only one of them.
Father.
You have. In cooperation?
Depth of some. Destroy him. As soon as they're close to the enemy. Now. Men, don't jump.
Okay, I want to know, please, what you can tell me about the man on the bridge.
You are.
What is the bridge guy's name?
Now.
You need food.
Ready? Don't do it.
You won't know it.
Who's this guy?
Chief Sergeant. Who's gotta live? Men?
Can you tell me what this is, please?
Florida.
You really accommodate fool. Here for do what he says. America? You better go ahead, kid. You left the record and my for the next big attention unbearable.
Now, all personnel.
Touchdown.
Since I got Gamina, I managed.
He's help with his back.
Men are killers. Seeing nothing but I.
Very sad.
Next time I won't be.
What's his name, guys?
So be careful. For the next, that 5, 6.
Now here, all personnel.
We want to know his name so he can't kill again.
To stand.
To ride with us. To ride with us.